Barack Obama is just like any other president. No reason to turn down the chance of a good bribe, even if it is only beer at a congressional softball game. The man will do anything to save that trade deal. More important, he would have done anything to salvage his legacy and a huge dip in favor from his own party to get this deal. That leads off this feeding of the political animal with Democratic media strategist Franco Ripple, joined by Georgetown University professor and Republican strategist Blakeman. Gentlemen, I thank you both for joining us. And Brad, I'm going to come right to you. The president down to defeat. They're calling it a staggering blow, stunning setback, stunning defeat, humiliating defeat. Is it all that and maybe more?
Yeah, I think right now Barack Obama can be deemed once and for all the lamest of ducks. When you have Republicans supporting a bill that the president supports, the Republicans say to the Democratic president, get your guys in line, and the president waits till the last possible moment to do the negotiation with his own party. Totally dismissed them and thought he could go around them and guarantee to the Republicans that he would have a good result. And what happens? The president takes his office, goes up to the Hill, and gets rebuked by his own party. Amazing.
Okay, so Franco, then, from the Democratic side, then, because the Democrats are even part of this palace coup, if you will, here. What does it then mean for the president going forward?
Well, look, I think what it means is that, everybody knows that the president does have just over a year or so left in office. And Democrats in Congress, just like everyone in Congress, has to look to their own future and look to their districts. And, I will say, I think this was an important bill to get done. The Trade Adjustment Assistance Program is very important for American workers who are displaced by trade and by exports. But that's America's future. I think they made a mistake by voting it down. But I think that for the president, it doesn't represent as big of a loss as Republicans would like to think that it does.
Really? Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to stop you right there. You don't think it's as big, even though this is as humiliating as people pointed out to be?
No, I don't. And here's why. I think it's a bigger loss for American workers who are now not going to get the readjustment assistance they need if their jobs are shipped overseas. But the reason why I don't think it's that big of a loss is because the partnership can still go forward. The administration has said they can still go forward and sign this deal that represents 40% of the world's economy without having that fast track authority and without having the TAA. So I think they will.
Bradley, I'm just going to give you 20 seconds before we move on for you to answer to that, because I see you grinning there inside just going, no, this is a lot worse than people think it is.
It is. But again, you just heard the president's modus operandi by my friend. And that is, look, we'll try and do it the right way. And if we can't do it, we'll do it our way. He's picking up his pen and his phone again, going around Congress and basically thumbing his nose. And his modus operandi is this. If you don't like what I'm doing, sue me. And we do. We sue you on almost everything, and we'll continue to do so.
All right, Brad, I'm going to stay with you here because the Iowa straw poll, which is a Republican Party tradition for nearly 40 years, dead, done, over. They said the candidates don't want to see it. We don't want to have it. We're not going to have it this year. Is this a big deal, really?
No, it really isn't. But look, the jig's up in Iowa. This was nothing but a rigged Carney game to begin with. The candidate with the most money and the most organization to bust people in from out of state and claim that they're Iowans voting is a sham. It's always been a sham.
How dare you? How dare you think that actually happens, Brad? Where have you been? My God, man.
I took part in it. And I'm confessing that basically it was a sham. It was not real. Everybody knew it wasn't. And now it's dead, and it should be.
All right. Franco, let me come to you on something else when we talk about candidates here. Hillary Clinton on Saturday is going to have her big deal at Roosevelt Island, just near Manhattan. And again, a lot of people in Manhattan I know are not happy with this at all, basically shutting down the city. But here's a little change here. She's going to focus on her mother's life. It sounds like she's going to speak more to being a Rodham than being a Clinton. Come on, wouldn't you say that this is a tactical move?
Well, tactical move or not, I think it's important because here's the thing. Hillary Rodham Clinton has been in the public eye for decades now. People think they know everything there is to know about Hillary Clinton. But what this is showing in a very, very smart move, tactical or from the heart or not, it's a very smart move because how many people really know the backstory of Hillary Clinton? How many people really know that Dorothy Rodham, her mother, left home at 14 to be a housekeeper for $3 a week?
But do they really want to know that, though? Do they really care about that, or don't they want to hear her talk about issues?
I think they do, Ed. It's important to know where the people who govern our country come from. Do they share values like us? And I think Hillary Clinton does. She needs to explain to people the values with which she will employ to become that fighter for the middle class that has seen wages stagnate while those in the top 1% have seen hundreds of percent increase in their wages. So I think it is important. And again, over the summer, she is going to lay out her agenda in a series of policy speeches, what people have been waiting to see.
All right.
She'll do both.
All right, Brad, I have a feeling that you're not buying it.
Well, I'm not buying it at all. Listen, this is like the famous reset button, which turned out to be the reject button with the Russians. Look, we know Hillary Clinton. All you have to do is look at her latest polling on the two main polls that really mean something to voters. That's likability and trust. She's at a deficit on both of those important issues. So, look, Hillary Clinton can tell us about her mother. Maybe she'll weep a little bit and go on Oprah. But we know enough about this lady. We're Clintoned out, and the Democrats have put all their eggs in one basket, and they're going to rue the day that this ever occurred. They are the Custers of 2016.
Wow, we've actually gone back to General George Custer now. 30 seconds. Only got 30 seconds left. Quick answer from both of you. First of all, from Brad, Jeb Bush is going to announce his White House bid June 15th. Is he too late, or is he right on time?
No, I think he's fine in time. He's got a huge field, and that's very good because, look, the average CVS manager's job has 37 applicants, and I think it's fine to have 15 or more from Republicans.
What do you think? Are you buying that one, Franco?
Well, first of all, if we're all Clintoned out, we're certainly more than all Bushed out. And I don't think the time is any issue. June 15th is just fine. The question is, can he overcome the litany of mistakes he's made? Strangely, from Bush's, who are disciplined campaigners, he's made a lot of mistakes. I think he's launching now to get over perhaps some speculation that his fundraising hasn't been exactly above board. So the timing is interesting.
Ooh, he leaves that as a last shot. We're all out of time. Wow. No way. I can't, Brad. Franco did it perfect. He just planned it. He moved right in. He took the shot. Gentlemen, hang tight. We're going to remember that for next time. Bradley Blakeman, Franco Ripple, always a pleasure, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us. Next, the holy man who's got a word of advice for those protesting a TV show about Satan. Next on The Hardline.